Suspension is refilled, the car is running, and now I'm checking the height. There is a problem with rear passenger side tire height. Now the problem here is that, as you can see, the tire is rubbing, it's not going up. And I looked it up real quick just for comparison. As you can see, the front one is so high off the floor, I mean between the wheel well, I mean the fender and the tire edge, very high. The driver left in the back, I could put 3 fingers in. This one I can barely put 2 fingers in there because it is way too low. Somebody installed a wrong linkage on this thing. That is your linkage. It's an adjustable linkage. That's not the one that you're supposed to have there. It's supposed to have a straight one. So I don't know what they were doing, but I think I'm going to not check. I'm not going to do level calibration, but I'm going to move that linkage and raise this corner up. For comparison, on this side, this is our linkage. As you can see, a solid linkage. The length of that is very important because that's how your height is altered. Now there are lowering kits, of course, and all that good stuff, but these aren't lowering kit linkages. That one seems to be original OEM. The other one on the other side, that's not. It's a Mercedes linkage, yes, but I think the one on this side came from 140 chassis, because 140s are adjustable in the back. 220s, they're not, unless you go aftermarket. So I'll jack this thing up and loosen up that bolt, and I'm gonna try to sort of gauge the height here between the tire and a fender, because look at all this damage, because the tire has been rubbing forever. Alright, I'll move on with this, but actually before I move on this, I'm going to put the front covers on, because right now I already put the wheel well on. That is the pipe that came out. Here is the rupture. You see blown up right at the crimp point. And that end, like I said, I had to cut off because I couldn't remove that other end from distribution block, and I had to improvise. Now so far so good over here. Everything seems dry. Yeah. And the car is hot right now. It's been running for a while, so I don't see any leaks, and that's a good thing. So we're okay here for sure. Harmonic balancer is a little wobbly. You've seen it right now, because again I'm here for suspension, but harmonic balancer is wobbly. That is to be addressed at some point in time. The pipe over here is just slightly sweating, but not leaking yet. Okay, I'll get to the suspension, put the covers on first, move my jack, raise that corner up, get the covers back on, and shields, plastic shields, and then I'll get up to the rear. At this point I was trying to move that adjustable linkage in and out. I got it to be more or less kind of higher than what it was, but at this point I cannot do level calibration because the sensor on that side is off. I will try, to be honest with you, but we have a spare tire. You're not supposed to do any kind of calibrations with spare tire. Well, I'm gonna try to leave it as it is, but we have an error here. Plus I really don't want to do a calibration when I have linkage that I don't know which length, where, you know, the length of the linkage. I mean, it's just by an eye. You're not supposed to do that. But that tire shows me -9, whereas the other side, well, fully extended, it shows me -4 millimeters, and the other side shows +44. So there's definitely something going on this side, and it's not moving up and down right. So there is definitely an issue here. And ideally I would like to have the rod. I I would like to have new sensor, level sensor, just in case, for good measure, and obviously front left tire to be installed.